So I'm going to have a quick run through some of the sounds that's available on this Blackstar ID core amplifier I talked about in the previous video. I'm not going to run through everything because it's just too much to cover. I did mention you can get a lot more functionality if you plug it into a computer or a smartphone, but for now I'm just going to use it exactly as it is, as it comes out of the box, just with the knobs and the controls on the amplifier itself. So I'm going to just probably just demonstrate through some of the voices that are available, and maybe have a look at some of the different effects that we can hear on here as well. For all the sounds, just to make it easy, I've just left my gain up at 12 o'clock, my EQ up at 12 o'clock. I've set my volume to a level that's suitable for what I want to do at the moment. So I'm just going to leave all that as is and just have a quick run through some of the different voice settings, which gives you the different amplifier sounds. And as I say, maybe have a look at a couple of the effect choices as well that we can do. So to start off with, I'm on the very cleanest of the sounds available. So that'll just give me my basic clean sound. Which is great, fantastic, just a basic clean sound. Also can use that same sound for a arpeggio picking. When I'm doing that, I'll just probably quickly just mention I might want to put my chorus on for that type of picking as well. So I just press the button, put that on, play the same piece I just played then. So hopefully you can hear there how that chorus thickens up the sound. It does the same for the chords as well. Makes them thicker, put it off. Just a quick example of how I might want to use that chorus effect. You don't have to always use it for that, but it's a nice way to demonstrate it. So I'll just move on through the different tones here. Got my next clean channel. You can just hear a slight bit of break up on the sound then, so I'm just getting a little bit more edgier. I won't say distortion, but it's just starting to add a little bit of grit to the sound. Just by changing the voice setting on the amplifier. Again, as I said, if I wanted to adjust how much distortion or how much grit I've got, I can do that using the gain control. If I want to adjust the tone of that particular sound, I can do that with the EQ. That's something you can spend time doing, playing with the amplifier, but just to save time, I'm just going to go through the different voices now. We've got a couple of clean options there. I'm going to move around another step further. That says crunch there, so what have we got? Definitely got a bit more distortion, a bit more overdrive there. That's something that, again, we can just dial in using our gain control. We're playing a similar sort of chord pattern. We can use the different voice setting, just create a different character to the sound. So we're starting to get a little bit rockier, a little bit more mucky on the sound. Go down again, got another crunch channel there. It's quite subtle, but there's a little bit more of the overdrive distortion on there. So depending on what type of flavour of sound we want, we can use that. We're starting to get into enough distortion, enough gain now, that we might want to be able to use these sort of sounds for more of a lead type playing as well. So I can use that sound to create some nice lead guitar sounds as well. Again, with my effects, if I want to, let's say for example, I'll put a reverb on that rather than a chorus. So my reverb, hopefully you can hear the sort of the room echo type noise there. Just gives a nice sort of nice softer edge to the sound and makes your single note playing a little bit more exciting. So it's just as simple as that. I can choose the sort of voice type that I want, the different amplifier type, and then I can stick the effects on as and when I want them. So there's a crunch setting with my reverb. Moving up even further, we start to get to the overdrive settings on the amp. So for those, we're looking at a more heavy type distorted sound. I can just quickly, literally by moving that around, and get to a more sort of heavier metal sound myself. Probably I stick a little bit more gain on that for the sort of music I like. You might want a little bit less gain. Completely your choice. As always with these things, when you get an amplifier, just take time to play with it and just move the knobs all over wherever. Just experiment with the different sounds available to you. Final setting, overdrive 2. That'll give us a bit more gain, and that's pretty much as much gain as we can get from this amp. And obviously we can turn it up as much as we want with the gain control as well. Hopefully you can hear, the more gain I'm adding, the more sort of distortion, overdrive, it gives me more sustain to the sound as well. You can still hear it just about ringing out now. I can play the chord. It's going to ring out for quite a long time. That means a comparison. If I play the same chord clean, that's just an E5 chord. It rings out, but it's not quite as loud. It's the distortion effect that's letting it ring out a lot more. That type of sustain, as we get higher up in the gain levels, can be quite useful when you're playing, again, your single note stuff, your lead guitar type lines, because it helps the notes ring and sing out a little bit more than what they do on a cleaner sound. So again, total contrast. I'll go back to the clean sound, play a little bit of lead guitar. It's not too bad, but the notes don't particularly ring out and sing to you. So let's get cranked up with the distortion again. Starting to feed back a little bit there, even at these low volume levels. So to me, that's a really good testament to how good quality the sound of the amp voicing is, that you can get those sort of tones, that ringing out feedback type tone at these really low volume levels. It used to be the case where you'd have to get a very big amplifier, crank it up to maximum, and hope your neighbours are quite kind, to put it bluntly, before you could get that type of effect. But with the modern technology, it amazes me that with a tiny little amp like this, and literally I'm playing at a volume I can talk over, as you can see, you can get these type of things going on. Again, when I'm using that for a lead guitar sort of sound, I might want to also include some effects on there to make it a little bit sweeter still. Not looked at the delay yet. Let's just have a quick look at the delay effect. That should give me noticeable echoes in my sounds. If I play you can hear the echoes coming back. I'm only hitting once there. I'm getting a couple of delays there. So if I start playing my lead lines again, so it's probably not a sound. It's a little bit over the top. That's probably not a sound that I'd use myself. I'd want to adjust it a little bit, but I can easily do that on this amplifier. I can mess with the type of delay I've got there and the level of delay as well, as I mentioned previously. So again, without using any of the sophisticated software features, I'm not plugged into USB, so I'm not into a PC or a smartphone or anything. I've literally just used that knob, these buttons here, to achieve all of those sounds. The final thing I'll just quickly mention, because it's probably a useful thing without getting into the software aspects of it, mentioned it's got the built-in tuner for the on these effects buttons. If I hold the reverb button down, like so, that silences the amp and it puts it into tuning mode. So if I was now to play one of my strings, I'll play my low E, my 6th string. We can see we use these lights. It indicates to us our tuning. If the green light's in the middle, it means our tuning's good. If we're on this light, it means we're a little bit high, we're a little bit sharp. If we're on this light, it means we're a little bit flat, a little bit low. So we're more or less alright there. That's me here. So I'm more or less still in tune after playing those bits. Cancel that. Just press that again. We'll go back into the main amplifier mode. So just a quick playthrough. As I say, I can't. It will take me hours to run through everything on this amp. There's loads of videos and reviews out on the internet. Go into this in much more depth than I really want to at the minute. So if this is one of the amps that you're considering on your short list, again, have a look at as much stuff as you can out there, and there'll be people out there showing you through a lot more of the features on here than what I can. Also, on any amp company's website, in this case the company's called Blackstar, if you go onto their original website, you'll be able to find the the genuine videos of them demonstrating the product and all the features. I know that it's the case for this amp, for this Blackstar amp, because I've seen it myself, but that's pretty much the case for any company that produces amplifiers and equipment. If you go onto their website, you'll be able to get a lot of details, a lot of information to be able to make up your mind on at least a short list before you go out buying. But as always, it's one thing seeing them on the internet. If you get the chance, if it's possible, get down to your music shop, see if you can have a go with it and have a play with it. Just because it sounds good on the internet, it might not necessarily be the one that you're looking for. Same as with the guitars, it's worth just picking one that works well for you. You might like the simplicity of this one, just using those knobs like I just have. You might be after something that's a bit more complex, or you might want features that aren't on this one. I can't think of anything really that's not on this one. I think some of them these days have Bluetooth on, which I don't think's on this one. But other than that, this has got pretty much everything. But again, I don't work for Blackstar, they don't pay me. There's loads of other amps out there. Look at as many as you can, and make your decisions based on that. As always, enjoy.